Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott here at Beck. Timothy Scott Beck here at Life Point Medical. Say good morning to you. It's Monday. It is April the 3rd. Okay. So thank you so much for listening to me. Let's go ahead and get down to business. Got a few things to tell you that's pretty important here. So the first thing is, I know I've been talking on these videos about personnel issues. And we're definitely having personnel issues, but we are not the only one. Actually, everybody is. So the thing that I want to talk to you about is we have all these pretty elaborate feedback loops in our office, or loops where we order stuff and we have to make sure it gets back, and we are constantly trying to close those loops to make sure everything's done that's supposed to be done. Okay. So the problem is we've got our load of things like that here in the office that we have to do, but every other medical facility that we're dealing with has got the same thing, and I'm not sure they're handling it as good as we are. Now, we're doing our best, and we're not perfect, okay, but we're giving it a gallant try. But we're also burdened with other medical facilities in doing that, okay? So I want to kindly ask for your help. What I want you to do is to realize that we're very interested in helping you and making sure that everything that's supposed to be done is done, okay? But we can't do it all. So if you have an outstanding referral, or if you have an outstanding x-ray that needs to be done, or if you have something done that we've done that we haven't went over with you yet, and you're worried about the results, or there was some kind of critical aspect to it, or whatever, you need to help us or help yourself in getting those done. In other words, call the facility where you're supposed to have something done and ask them why it's not done, and go ahead and inquire. If we haven't done, or we've got something that we've not done, or you think we should have went over it with you or not, we're okay. We want to hear from you, and we want to get you in here, and we want to go over it with you. No questions asked. That's really just what we want to do. Okay. I guess the volatility of the situation, when you got lots of changes going on, I don't want to drop the ball. I don't want you to drop the ball. I want us all everybody to not have any problems with this. Again, we're trying very hard. For instance, I have 5 people answering our telephones just to help manage the phone calls and all the messages that come through the office, because we don't want to let you down. Okay. But I also don't want you to let yourself down. Okay. And everybody needs this help. And so please just hear me out. If you got any problems, if we've ordered something and it hadn't been done, if another doctor's ordered something that hasn't been done, if we sent you to a specialist and it hasn't been done in a timely manner, we've got to hear from you, or we need you to go ahead and call that facility and figure out why it's not done yet, and then use us as a backup if you can't get what you need, okay? Because we really just want to help and to make that happen. So thank you in advance. I know it's troublesome, okay, but you really do have to be your own advocate in this day and time. Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about, which is a bit disturbing, I had a prank call last week from somebody who was pretending to be law enforcement, and they were not able to scam me, but I was very, very impressed with the elaborate scheme that they had set up. Okay, and the way they did things, like the numbers matched local numbers. The people that were talking to me were using local names, where it was very difficult for me to figure out whether this was a real call or where it wasn't. Now, in hindsight, I was a bit naive on the situation. Okay, but I also am like, how many other people are getting calls like this in the community who don't realize that it's a scam? And I know even we are using a lot of extra resources that are not immediately here in the office, and we get feedback. Well, we didn't know whether you were a scam or not, and I get that. And I'm trying to mediate that as much as I can. Okay, but I just really want to tell you to be mindful of these scams. And I know a lot of them are targeted towards older people who might not understand exactly what's going on. This one seems to be targeted towards professionals, kind of catching people off guard when they're in their busy day and leading them down a crazy path. So anyway, certainly if people are demanding money or they want to know your credit card number or they want you to go to Walmart and get a number for you or get some money for you, whatever, Western Union, all that stuff, you just stop right there. Even if it's, I've heard people where they're patients who have been scammed from their, thinking it was their grandkid calling, wanting money or needing money quick. Don't do none of that. Just stop. You can and get help with it. Talk to 2 or 3 other people and say, hey, does this look real to you? It's not. Whatever. Just don't go down these paths with people, okay? Because there is a lot of corrupt individuals out there, and they have this thing called call mirroring, where now when you get a phone call, if you look at the caller ID, it'll look like somebody you know, but it's not, okay? And we do put out, when it calls LifePoint Medical, and we're doing our best to maintain the integrity of our numbers and everything here, but it is a scam. I promise you, there's scams out there all over the place. All right. Thank you for those. Those are just 2 public service announcements. Otherwise, the office is doing okay here. We are doing quite well, even though we have struggles with the personnel. We seem to be doing fine, and everybody still loves their job, and we're having a great time, and we always love to see you. And we love to help people. And somebody told me this morning, said, I don't like wasting all your time, Dr. Beck. And I'm like, well, okay, well, you're not wasting my time. And B, if everybody quits asking for my help, I'll have to find another job. So I don't mind seeing you. The people in the office, we don't mind seeing you. We want to help, and we certainly want to get the stuff before it gets to you, like cancer and heart disease and all that stuff. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to stay ahead of that stuff. So you let us know if you need us or you're worried about those certain things, because we'll help you look and mediate and talk about what's going on to try to help you not worry and stay well. Speaking of that, the weight loss shots are doing pretty good. Most people who, I don't think you can take the shot and not think about it. Okay. I think you got to take the shot and you got to do some homework. Okay. The only thing is, I think you can do a lot better job with your homework. In other words, it's a lot more effective way for you to lose weight if you put your mind into it too. So it's working out good. And I know there's been a lot of talk about the payment for it. We have a program here, and ours is $300 a month, and that covers the meds and the injections itself. We've not been having any success hardly with getting any kind of coverage otherwise. I mean, there's some insurance companies that will pay for it, but like the government insurance companies, the Medicare, Medicaid, all that stuff, they do not cover this stuff. Some of the private insurances will, and if you've got private insurance, we'll help you try to look for it, but I am telling you that we've not had very much success in that area. Okay. Well, listen, we are blessed. And we're blessed to have you listening to us, and I thank you so much. You have a great week, and I know it's spring break this week, so I'll be doing a little bit of spring breaking, but the office will still be running just like as normal. And then I'll be back with you next week. You have a great day. Call us if you need us. Thank you.